Hi, I'm Reggie Beeman, and welcome to the Center at WOIC. The Center at WOIC is production of the WOIC YouTube channel, and also our specific focus is on highlighting programs and people who either come through our center or have programs within our community to uplift our people. Today I'm honored to have Robert Salgado. Robert Salgado is an adult education GED instructor here at WOIC. Welcome, Rob. How are you?
Pretty good.
Oh, you sure?
I think so.
Okay, all right. So you're pretty good. How long have you been here at WOIC, Rob?
Since February 2005.
And you came here to do what?
To instruct ESL and GED.
Uh-huh. And in that 10-year time frame, how do you think your background prepared you to be an instructor in GED and adult ed and English as a second language?
Well, my background is in foreign language,
Mm-hmm.
in Spanish and Italian. So I got into ESL kind of like, I wasn't looking to be a teacher. It wasn't in my plans, and I just ended up teaching ESL, which I love.
Well, obviously you like what you do. I can
No,
tell.
yeah, I do. I do.
But let's talk a bit about ESL. It must be difficult to take all the different languages in Waterbury. I guess there are 20 or 30 languages that are spoken here in various households, and bring that into teaching English. How do you do that?
It's not easy.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
It's a learning. How do I do it? How do I do it?
Okay,
with
let me
a lot
give
of
you an
patience.
example
With
what
a
I
lot
mean.
of patience.
Let me give you an example of what I mean. Predominantly, your students happen to be Spanish, and recently I remember there was a new person in that spoke Arabic.
Yes.
How do you do that? Is it a part of like Latin or bringing things together?
Well, as an ESL teacher, we're only supposed to teach in English.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, because even though I do have a background in Spanish and Italian, it's not favorable to explain something in Spanish to one student and not be able to explain it, for example, in Albanian or Arabic to another student.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it doesn't. So you have to draw pictures to explain something if it's that basic. This class is a little difficult because it's a mixed level. There's mixed level classes, so you try to find a happy medium to where the high level learners and the low level learners are going to get something from it. So you're not boring either or.
Well, that must supposed to be the most difficult part.
That's what's difficult. Yeah.
But when you deal with GED, let's look at another thing. Forget English as a second language for a moment. But when you deal with GED and preparation, what do you teach in GED, and why is GED important?
Well, without a GED, that's the first thing to ask when you go for a job. When you fill out a job application, if you have your GED. With no GED, you can't. They won't even look at you. GED is and now we have a new GED that came out beginning 2014, 2015. So it's a little bit more difficult, but you teach math, social studies, reading, and science. And there's writing also on the GED.
How long does it take to get a GED? Is it individual?
That's a question they always ask, and it depends.
How long is it going to take me?
Yeah, how long? It depends. It might take somebody 3 months. It might take somebody 2 years. It depends how much time and effort they put into it. And it's like when they ask, how long does it take to learn English? Depends on you. It depends how bad you want it, how much you study. So that's a variable.
So in other words, there is no time set. So you can't just walk in for 5 weeks and think that the entire program will be for 5 weeks, and then after 5 weeks it's over with. It may take someone 8 weeks. It may take them half a year,
Yeah.
6 months, in order to do that.
Yeah.
Does that create a strain on your teaching? In terms of those who get it quick versus those who don't get it as quick?
Yes, because I have students that have been with the program, for ESL, for example, for already a year and a half. And sometimes it's the same material. You only have so much material, and I'm always trying to look for new material. So the students that have been with me for a year or a year and a half, I've had students that have been with me for 2 years. And to keep them interested and not giving the same papers out, doing the same exercises, and it's difficult. But it's when they get a job, or they get their GED, or they
Time to ring the bell.
Yeah, that's when you really, okay, something's working, you know. And
So that's what motivates you?
that's the best. When I see a student outside, like out on the street or somewhere, and they're like, teacher, you know something? You helped me a lot, or I use this that we use. This is the best. When you do something in class and you find them using it, and they let you know, like, oh, you know what we did the other day? I used it in a job interview, or I used it, you know, getting through the line at the supermarket. That's the best feeling.
And they come back and relate those stories.
Yeah, that's a good feeling. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it must be. Let me ask you another question. Since you are technically a part of the Waterbury Adult Education program, do you feel there are any constraints to that in any way in terms of what you teach? Not that I want to get you in trouble with your job or anything, but do you feel that there are constraints, or are there requirements of adult education because of the state or the local municipality, city of Waterbury, which sometimes prevent you from being an innovator and doing the things that you have to do to motivate your students?
Well, there are state tests they have to take. So we have a curriculum. Well, we actually do have a curriculum that we did this year. We have to implement a curriculum for ESL also, and they have to be tested every mark. So we do semester, so it's 4 semesters. Every semester they need to be tested, and those results have to go to the state. So we do have to, abide by, or I could pretty much teach more or less anything that I want, or that I always ask the students, the adults, what do you guys want to learn? You know, because everyone's here for different things, and I give them ideas. You know, tomorrow if you come and you say, teacher, I have trouble with this, or I want to learn this, I'll make a lesson plan on that, and try to teach them that. But we do have guidelines that we have. When it's time for testing, they have to know certain things. So yeah, I have to teach that also.
Well, that was my concern, that sometimes do you find that because of those requirements that you might lose students? Because they don't want to get involved with the testing?
No, for ESL.
Okay.
No, for ESL, no. They're students that come for ESL they come because 9 out of 10 come because they want to come. They want to be here. But I don't see.
Well, speaking of that, they want to be here. We're in a classroom, but it's not a quote classroom. How do you like teaching out of this facility?
I like it here a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you like about it?
What can I say? Because I teach at adult ed also at night.
Yep.
And that's more of like a classroom setting. We have a smart board. It's just different here. It's there's nobody on my back, watching me, and you got to do it this way. I mean, they don't do that either at the school, but I just feel there's less pressure. It's only me here, so I don't feel like I like it here a lot.
Well, since you do, the next logical response would be, do your students also like it here?
Yes.
Is it because of that same feeling that you have? It's not in a structured classroom, or it's closer to where they live, or it's closer to a bus line. What do you hear from your students about being at the center?
A lot of it's both being close to home, it's in the vicinity, and a lot of the students don't like all that movement in the hallways, because the adult has the high school with the ESL program, and sometimes it's true too, sometimes you have more people, more drama, and they like to be here. It's quiet, it's only this class, and that's, I think too, I like that feeling too.
Well, one thing that our viewers really don't know is that Roberto Salgado also gave a Spanish class here on Saturdays for us who speak English and don't speak Spanish very well, muy bien. But we will try very hard to revitalize that class, because I thought it was great. Rob, if someone would like to come and find out how to get information, where would they go? Would they come here to the center, or they go to adult ed, or they pick up the phone? How does that work?
Either or, but if you're interested in ESL, you have to go to adult ed.
Okay.
And to sign up there, you have to take a test. do an application, and they will send you here. You just have to let them know that I'm interested in learning ESL on Bishop Street at OIC, because if not, they'll put you in a class there.
So people, they really don't know that this is another site.
Yeah, some people think it's a separate site. It's a satellite program, they call it. So
Okay.
we branch off, but it's from adult ed.
In this satellite, we want to thank you, Rob, for coming in today and being
Thank
a
you.
guest on the center at WOIC. For more information on the adult education program here at WOIC, you can contact us at area code 203-756-7987 or email us at waterburyoic@gmail.com. Thanks again, Rob.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Till the next time, I'm Reggie Beeman for the Center at WOIC.